Hello and welcome to Plastic Shinobis. For my first ever review, I will be taking a look at the Gametoys Final Fantasy VII Remake Cloud Strife and Hardy Daytona Deluxe Edition. First, let's take a look at the box. It's pretty plain other than the 7, and it says Cloud X Soldier First Class Gametoys. And you have some warnings and some other logos, and that's pretty much it. Nothing on the side. So let's see what the inside of the package looks like. It came packed in foam like this with a plastic and an instruction sheet to show you how to apply certain attachments. It says to you, if you want, you could heat up the hands, but don't heat up the arms because it's made out of TPE and it could warp it. It shows you how to put the pommel into his hand by removing the end cap. It shows you how to put a flower on and how to exchange his attachment to hold his sword on his back. Now let's show all the accessories he comes with. Alright, first up for his accessories are, he has 2 plastic arm attachments that are double jointed in case you don't want the TPE arms on. He comes with 8 total pairs of hands, including the ones that he has on him. But keep in mind, this is the deluxe edition that comes with Hardy Daytona. So you get 2 extra hands, which are motorcycle gripping hands. One, I have him with the right one already, and here's the left one. So that's 8 hands in total. And 2 plastic arms that are pinless, very nicely sculpted. Very nice quality. And this one has a bandage on it, so you can take the armor from his arm and put it on the plastic arm if you wish. Another accessory he comes with are these larger materia. They seem to be made out of a high quality glass type material. He has one of every color for these ones. They're very nice. Flawless looking, perfect. A couple of other accessories he comes with are in a bag, and they're very tiny material that you could put into his sword. I'll be showing that off a little bit later. And they give you this clear tool so you can pop them in and pop them out. You also have the attachment. They went about it very cleverly compared to other companies like PlayArt's Kai and that VTS Toys Cloud that I didn't get. They made a back peg that looks like materia. You pop it through the hole of the sword and it looks exactly like a materia that has been slotted, and it just looks like his sword is mounted onto his back with 2 materia. And I thought that was pretty cool. Another set of cool small accessories he comes with are the Aerith flower and the Sephiroth feather. Both very nicely sculpted and painted. It's beautiful. Another accessory it comes with is this stand. It's very nice, but you do have to put on the name tag yourself. And lucky for me, I was able to put it spot on perfect. Looks very nice. Feels very good. And it's great at holding him up, as I'll show you later. Let's get to the main course. That is, of course, Cloud and his Hardy Daytona. I'm going to do things differently than other people have done it. I'm going to show you him on his motorcycle, and then I'll show you the figure's articulation, and then I'll do some size comparisons. So, yeah. There's some articulation on the motorcycle. You can turn the handlebars. The front portion of the bike goes up and down to your liking. Also, they didn't have to do this, but these are adjustable, and you can even squeeze the brake lever. So you can make Cloud grip on to the brake lever like I have with his right hand. I just spin him around, you can see he's holding on to the brake lever. This is the other side of the bike. Let me adjust the camera. Here's the front. The side profile. And then the rear of the bike. Yeah, this thing is gorgeous, and it blows away the PlayArts Kai version. For those of you who asked on my short video if I could do a comparison, well, I can do a comparison with the Cloud that comes with the PlayArts Kai Hardy Daytona, but I can't do the comparison with the Hardy Daytona itself because I never bought the first class edition. And as some of you might know, you can only get that Hardy Daytona if you bought the first class edition of the Remake video game, which I didn't purchase. I saw this and I was like, yeah, this is the one I wanted to get. And another thing that this features that the PlayArts Kai doesn't feature, and I know because I watched Spartan Urich's video of the PlayArts Kai one, and he was disappointed and I was disappointed that they did that too, because he has the Advent Children Fenrir and they put lights in it. But for some reason, the Hardy Daytona from PlayArts Kai that came with the first class edition, they didn't put lights. But check this out. This has lights. It's pretty bright too. And there's a hidden secret I'll be showing you guys later that I noticed from, I watched some Chinese reviewers do a review of this set. Obviously they got it first because it came from China, but they didn't even know about it. So I'm going to show you here right now what I'm talking about. And credit goes to Spartan Urich because this motorcycle didn't come with any instructions. It comes in a plain brown box that says Gametoys, and it comes packed in foam. It's nicely packed. I didn't show the packaging for the motorcycle because it's literally just a brown box and no instructions. But what I'm talking about is I thought to check if this had the same feature based on Spartan Urich's video of the PlayArts Kai Hardy Daytona. And sure enough, it has the flip out speedometer. But that's not all. Unlike the PlayArts Kai version of it. Let me get a good look at it. It actually has lights, and it has numbers. I don't know how well you could see that, but it says 299 kilometers an hour. I don't know how well that is coming out on camera. But yeah. Even the speedometer lights up. Which they didn't have to do, but my God. Was it ever a unexpected bonus to this whole set. Sorry about the noise. There was an unexpected air compressor going off in the background. But anyways, this thing is awesome. It has I don't know if you could call it rubber. Might be more appropriate to call it a soft plastic on the wheels. It also has a metal kickstand, completely made of metal, and it holds up the motorcycle very well. The whole thing is covered in amazing paint and detail that makes it look weathered. Even the lights, they have like a honeycomb design. I don't know how well you could see it on camera, but it's more visible in person. Maybe if I turn off the light, let's see. I don't know how well you could see it. Yeah, it's not just a plastic lens. They made it look so realistic, like a real motorcycle light. So now I'm going to show off the figure. So I'll be back. I'm going to get Cloud off the motorcycle. Alright, so let's take a look at the figure himself. Starting with the head sculpt. And I think you guys can agree with me when I say this is probably the most screen accurate head sculpt of any Cloud Strife action figure ever. You can go ahead and take a Google image search of the PlayArts Kai version 2 Cloud, which is their supposed to be the more updated one, and it is better, but it can't hold a candle to this. Like, this is as close to perfection as you can get. Just look at that. All that detail. He's even got his little earring right there. And believe me, I know what a screen accurate Cloud Strife hairstyle looks like. For my friends who actually know me in real life, they know that I'm quite familiar with this hairstyle because I actually cosplay as him with my real hair. And this is pretty dang screen accurate. Take a look at his pauldron. It has a lot of sculpted details, paintwork. It actually has a nice rust look, but it's not coming up too well on my cell phone camera. His van braces are nicely painted and accurate. There's a screen inaccurate detail on the PlayArts Kai figures, including the version 2 that I'll point out later on. There's his harness. Nicely sculpted and colored. Color's perfect. Matches the video game. His trousers, made out of a cloth material. His boots. They even sculpted the bottom of his boots, which they didn't have to. So, let's get down to articulation. His head is on a ball joint. So it's a ball joint at the top of the head and then at the bottom of the neck. So he gets a decent range of motion with that. His arms can go outward all the way, even this one at the pauldron. The pauldron doesn't hinder it whatsoever. He does have a bicep swivel. He has way past 90-degree bend at the elbow. And there was another reviewer's video I watched. He compared it to the plastic arms, and the rubber arms get the same range of motion as the plastic arms, so it's really up to your preference. I just like the seamless look of the arms. His waist, he does have multiple hinges. I can't see under the shirt, but he has multiple hinges at the chest and at the bottom near the waist that allow for a decent amount of movement. He does rotate. It is somewhat hindered by the clothing though, but he does rotate at the waist. His hips theoretically could do the splits, but because of his pants, you can get him pretty far out. But he has outward motion right there on a hinge. He can move his legs forward. Back, not so much because he has a sculpted butt. He has double jointed knees, and he can actually kick his own butt. Despite looking like hard plastic boots, he has articulation. It's actually made of a soft, rubbery type material, so you can tilt his foot forward, no problem. Tilt it up, no problems. And he even has rocker. Sideways rockers. So that's pretty cool. Let's take a closer look at his sword. Again, nicely sculpted, nicely painted, high quality. And unlike the PlayArts Kai, because I have the original remake release that came out in 2015, as soon as I tried to put the sword in his hand, the handle broke of the PlayArts Kai. And I was very disappointed in PlayArts Kai after that. I had to glue it back together, which you'll see later. But yeah, didn't have any problems with this. I didn't even know that this end cap was removable till later on. It's kind of tight, but I was able to put the sword in Cloud's hand without even removing this end cap. There we go. With no problems. The handle didn't break off or anything. PlayArts Kai didn't even implement something like this in theirs. There we go. So you don't have to worry about this thing falling off because it's rather tight. I didn't even know that it comes off. As you can see, I have one materia in there already. Has a lot of dry brushing and shading. You can see on the blade all over. It even has these dents and indentations. Same thing on the other side. I only put one materia in there right now because I wanted to show you one of the features I talked about earlier. And I'll show you that now. As you can see, the button at the back of Cloud's outfit comes off. And there's a reason for that. Oh, now I'm having trouble putting it back on. To show you, there's certain shapes you gotta match up. Dang it. Ta-da! So it was like that, but it comes off. And this green one can tab in its place. And I'll show you why right now. For those of you who played the remake, this is probably a sight you're familiar with as you navigate through Midgar. And that's him with his sword fully mounted on his back, using that faux materia peg. It holds on very securely, it won't fall off. You can have him displayed with his sword on his back as he looks in his video game when you're just idle. I'm gonna show you guys some of the other accessories that can be held in some of his hands. Here he is with the hand attachment that allows you to hold those large materia orbs. I chose the red one because it's like he's going to summon Bahamut. Here he is with another very important accessory. If you played the video game, you'll know the significance of this flower. Fits perfectly in the correct position. His straps aren't sculpted onto his body like the PlayArt's Kai, so he can actually wear the flower. And here's another very important accessory if you've beat the game. It's both the hand and the feather. The hand that's made to grasp the Sephiroth feather, and the Sephiroth feather itself. So you can recreate those iconic moments in the video game. Now it's time for some size comparisons. I'll start off with the one everybody's been asking about. First up, we got the PlayArt's Kai Remake Cloud Original version 1. As you can see, not only is he more screen accurate, he's bigger. I don't know why it's been going around online that people are saying this is a 1/6 scale figure. PlayArt's Kai are not 1/6 scale figures. They're about 9, maybe 10 inches. Yeah, that's not 1/6 scale. He's 12 inches. He's an actual 1/6 scale figure. So if you were trying to fit in PlayArt's Kai into a 12-inch scale, 1/6 scale figure collection, these would look very small. Let's bring in my other PlayArt's Kai, the Advent Children Cloud. For size comparison, we got 2 clouds from PlayArt's Kai. As you can see, they're both smaller. Both smaller than the Gametoys cloud. Here he is with an average 6-inch scale figure. We got the Marvel Legends classic Spider-Man with the new body mold. So you can see how tall he is to a 6-inch figure. He's literally double the size. Here we have him next to one of my other favorite figures in my collection. It's the Wei Zhang Black Apple Movie Optimus Prime. Movie Masterpiece Optimus Prime. So you can see how big he is. Obviously they're not in scale, because if he was supposed to be in 1/6 scale, he'd be maybe going through the roof of my apartment. And to give some of you a feel of just how big this thing is, I put it next to an average soda can. This one's a Dr. Pepper Zero soda can. So you can see how big he is to a soda can. There we go. So, final thoughts. You probably already know what I'm gonna say, but I think this is, well, it's not something I think, it's something I know. This is the best Cloud Strife action figure I have in my collection, and I have a bunch of the old original PlayArts ones. I have 2 of the PlayArt's Kai ones, even though they've been letting me down. And the quality is good, the sculpt is good, the look of it is good. You couldn't ask for a better representation of Cloud from the Remake video game. Hands down, this is the best. And I would highly recommend, if you're a fan of Cloud Strife, that you track this thing down. I know it's going to be hard since it's sold out everywhere. So good luck and happy hunting, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Please like and share this video and subscribe. I will be doing more figure reviews. I'll try to get a better setup right now. Well, my brother and I have an action figure addiction, so we buy a lot of action figures, so we need to make room for a review space, but I will be doing more reviews. I also have the War Story Tifa. I'm planning to do a review about that. And I also have the Super Duck Kasumi, because Kasumi is one of my favorite characters. So I'll see you guys next time. Take care.